Would you say that most of the Seat communities are fairly community-driven, walkable?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're very community-centric. They really cater to making sure that it's an enjoyable time here, clean, safe. They do the best that they can, and they're always improving.
Sure.
Is the best way I can. I mean, when you look at, yes, I mean they have amenities like the boardwalks or the promenade and whatnot. Like Wildwood just took the whole several years, but I mean a huge project and just redid the boardwalk. And it just looks absolutely fabulous. Ocean City is always maintaining their boardwalk. You know, every year there's a section that they've torn out and they're replacing the boards. You know, and for Wildwood to take that undertaking on was a big project because they've done the whole thing very quickly. So they're always, I mean, you're seeing now too in a lot of these communities, it's not just the homes being redone. Now you're seeing a lot of the civil buildings are being taken down and they're being rebuilt. Okay, you're seeing a lot of the commercial buildings that, you know, may not be around anymore, that they're not sitting vacant, like they're rezoning them and they're actually turning those into residential. So they're cleaning a lot of that out. You're seeing, you're seeing new stores come in, so they're tearing down old ones, new ones are going in. So you're seeing a lot of the commercial element in a lot of these towns also starting to turn over. So you're seeing a lot of these new luxury commercial units and buildings start to go up too, which is really helpful. And to me, I think really glamorizes the area a lot more than just the residential does, because it's a commercial building, right? And you want that looking nice. I mean, you don't want it to be this rundown, building from the 50s or 70s, Well, and I think too, which really helped, and I'll say that loosely, was COVID, because what I have seen, and I mean other people I think would support this, is that you have more people that also live here more year round. And you also have people that are here a lot more often than they ever before. Thursdays become the new Friday, right? So now you're seeing we get a lot more traffic in the summertime, even though we have the rentals, but in those shoulder months, all of a sudden you're seeing a lot more people coming down on Thursdays, right? So now some Fridays are super busy. And so you have more people around, so now you need more resources for them. So I feel like, people are here more, so you're not seeing things just lying around. They're not in use, so everything's kind of being constantly turned over. Houses are being turned over, houses are being kept. You get, again, like I said, you get the landscapers, you get the housekeepers, the trash is constantly being picked up. Seattle has a great thing where you actually will see in town, you'll see there's people from the city walking around. I mean, they got pickers, they're picking up trash after the weekend. So they're making sure that it looks nice for the next group of people that come down. So I think it's really neat that you see some of these communities really putting in the extra effort. I mean, all of the towns have spent so much money on the entryways coming into their towns. They're just beautiful when they come in. They want you to realize, hey, you hear people say when I come on vacation or just when I come to the shore, that it's like you come over the bridge and you can just feel it. Just everyday stress and worries, just like, right? You come up, and most of the towns you come up over a bridge, and it's like, there's the ocean, right? You can see it across the town, it's in the horizon, and it's just a whole different feel. And it's just, to me, that's the difference. And we're trying to make sure that the towns are trying to make sure, and the people that live here are trying to make sure that when you leave, you take that with you so you want to come back, And not only do you want to come back, I think, and this has always been something that I feel has been like a little bit of a battle between those who leave and come back and those who live here, is that, but you don't live here, right?
Sure.
I feel that by all of us and everyone doing this in the communities, building that kind of environment, that when you leave and you come back, you want to take care of it like you've never left.
Yeah, it's like your second home.
It's like your second home, yeah. And more so than just because you pay taxes. Like you treat it that way. You treat it with respect. And I think that that's been a difference maker. I think when you start to create these communities, and again, you've got we talked about some of those amenities earlier. I mean, you have like the pickleball, which is that hot sport. So pickleball, tennis, you have basketball, and then you have these beautiful community centers. Seattle's building a brand new massive community center. Ocean City has their community center that has the pools. And so when you have all these kind of amenities for people to come down and live here year round, it provides that opportunity for them to have things to do when they're here, even in the off season. Okay, and what they'll do is during the summertime, in the springs, really in the spring and summer, they have all of these things going on in the community for the kids. Right, so there's all sorts of different, you have surf lessons, you name it, right? There's things that are always going on in the towns for people to do, to actually maybe entice them to want to live here year round. Plus the pace of life is very different from probably where they're coming from.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the towns really do try to make it so that there's plenty to do that is not just the beach.
Yeah.
Because that's, as much as we all truly love the beach, you can't spend 24/7 there. You have to have a life.
Right, yeah, sure, yeah.
And sometimes I've been to beach towns that forget that. Where you're like, what is there to do? And they're like, well, the beach is right there. And you're like, well, I know, but I was there from 7 to 12. Now I want something else to do.
No, I want something else to do. Right, yeah. Exactly right.
And so it's nice to see communities that invest in
Great way to put it, yes.
having other things to do.
Yep, yeah, that they are.